Developing tonight, new cell phone video showing the moments leading up to a mass shooting in Bloomington over the weekend that injured 5 people. So tonight, we know one of the victims is still recovering at the hospital while police continue to search for who's responsible.
Our Matthew Foltz went back to Bloomington today, spoke with some businesses that witnessed all of it.
Cell phone video sent to 13 News shows the moments gunshots rang out in a crowd of people early Sunday morning along Kirkwood Avenue in Bloomington. Police say 2 women were fighting before those shots were fired.
Thousands of people just descended on Kirkwood.
Johnny Borka witnessed everything while bartending that night.
I pretty much had to turn from service to security, so it really hindered my ability to do my job.
Bloomington police say 5 people were hit with gunfire, including a 17-year-old, while 4 others were injured running away. Police also confirmed none of the people injured were students at IU.
It's really unfortunate that such a great weekend in Bloomington ended with this, gun violence and tragedy.
Michael Fox owns Lenny's just about 30 yards away from where the mass shooting took place. He says his employees left the group for safety.
Local law enforcement and the city have been working for months planning for this weekend to ensure that it was and safety was the top priority for him.
Now he just wonders if anything can be done to prevent another shooting from happening.
It's hard to metal detect an entire street, but I think entry into bars and stuff, I know there's places here in town that are already doing that, and I think that would create an added layer of safety for people visiting.
For now, he and others just hope trouble stays out of Bloomington.
Peaceful people, and it's we look forward to it staying that way.
Reporting in Bloomington, I'm Matthew Foltz, 13 News.
Matthew, thank you. Police still don't have any leads on suspects, so anybody with information is urged to give Bloomington police a call.
Right now, Metro Police are investigating a shooting that sent someone to the hospital in critical condition. And this happened just about an hour ago on North Euclid Avenue near East 30th Street and Massachusetts Avenue. That's on the east side of Indy. Police have not released any information yet about a suspect in this case. Today, a special judge sentenced a woman to 3 years in prison for bribery in a case connected to the shooting of a Tippecanoe County judge. Earlier this month, a jury found Amanda Millsap guilty of offering a woman $10,000 not to testify in a trial against Thomas Moss. Millsap will also serve 2 years in community corrections and 1 year probation. When the bribe was not accepted, 4 other people allegedly carried out a plan to shoot the judge. Judge Stephen Meyer and his wife Kimberly were shot in their home in January but survived. Right now at 5, an Indiana man is in jail facing multiple charges in the death of a Delaware County Sheriff's deputy.
Our Samantha Johnson is reading through the new details about the man police say is responsible.
Corporal Blake Reynolds died in the line of duty last November. He was helping a semi-truck driver on I-69 when another semi-driver barreled through, hitting and killing the corporal. Now, Indiana State Police say 39-year-old Teddy Johnson of New Haven, Indiana, is the driver in that second semi. New arresting documents from Indiana State Police reveal there was no snow nor ice on the interstate that morning. Corporal Reynolds had his police lights activated that morning, but police say Johnson hadn't slept in more than 21 hours, saying, quote, this fatigue impaired Johnson to the level that he did not recognize or respond to the very bright emergency lights. Corporal Reynolds was just 31 years old. I talked to the Delaware County Sheriff after Monday's arrest, more than 5 months after that crash. He told me he's glad Indiana State Police didn't rush it.
We hoped that today would come, and we're glad it's here. It doesn't make the healing process any easier, but it gives us a little bit of satisfaction to know that the process is still working.
Johnson is now facing 4 charges, including reckless homicide and involuntary manslaughter. I talked to the corporal's grandfather on the phone today. He told me he is relieved to hear today's news. You will hear from him ahead at 6. In the studio, Samantha Johnson, 13 News.
And Johnson is scheduled to make his first appearance in Delaware County Court Thursday morning.
Tonight, police in Muncie are searching for a suspect accused of shooting a man and a woman, sending them to the hospital. That shooting happened around 10:15 Sunday night on East 2nd Street in Muncie. Detectives say they're now looking for 32-year-old Devontae Williams. They say he should be considered armed and dangerous. So call Muncie police if you have any information that can help investigators in this case. Well, a crash that killed a 1-year-old boy serves as a somber reminder tonight of the importance of properly restraining children in car seats while traveling.
Rich Nye looked into this story today. He joins us now with the identity of that baby boy and a conversation with an ER doctor. This is so heartbreaking for this family, Rich.
It sure is. The coroner today identified the victim as 1-year-old Elian Pastora Sanchez. The report says the boy was an unrestrained passenger in one of the 2 cars involved. The crash happened Sunday afternoon about 3 o'clock at 30th Street and Cold Spring Road. You can see the Jeep SUV and the Honda sedan that were involved and drove both of them off the road. The baby was taken to the hospital in critical condition but did not survive. 2 adults were hospitalized in stable condition. I talked to a Riley emergency doctor about the dangers of unrestrained children in vehicles.
An unrestrained child in an accident essentially becomes a projectile. They can go flying through, out of the car, and just significant impact, significant force, and significant injuries. So when patients or children or adults are ejected from a vehicle, they're at really high risk for severe injuries and fatality, essentially.
Indiana law requires children under the age of 8 to be properly restrained in a child safety seat or a booster seat, depending on their size. And also in the back seat. Children must be restrained in a rear-facing child safety seat from birth until they outgrow the rear-facing only seat at around 40 pounds. Children should ride in a forward-facing child safety seat with a harness until they outgrow that the rear-facing seat. Or once they outgrow that, I should say. And then children at least 40 pounds, they can use a booster seat. And it's also important that the child car seat is properly installed. And many parents know that's not always easy. The Indiana Criminal Justice Institute manages a network of child safety seat inspection stations across the state. And you can make an appointment. This is a free service to help parents know how to use their child's seat, how to put it in, make sure that it's firm and steady, and also that they've got the right seat for their child.
Because it can be confusing.
It can.
So it's great to have that service.
Right. And not only for parents, but grandparents too.
Right.
Yeah.
Really helpful to be able to have that opportunity to learn. We've got more information at WTHR.com. Rich, thank you.
Well, tonight we are learning an Indianapolis man will spend 12 years in prison for a drunk driving crash that hurt 8 people. A Marion County judge also sentenced Tremaine Harris to 2 years of work release, and his license will be suspended for 4 years when he's out of prison. That crash happened back in July of 2024 at East New York Street and North State Avenue. 2 adults and 6 children were hurt. Harris took a plea agreement, pleading guilty to 4 counts of causing serious bodily injury while operating a vehicle while intoxicated. The judge did dismiss 11 other charges.
Also tonight, we're getting a look at another new tactical urbanism project on the streets of Indianapolis. We've talked a lot about tactical urbanism. The Department of Public Works shared these pictures of the project on 16th Street at Monon Trail Crossing. DPW partnered with the 16 by Monon Neighborhood Alliance to install those projects there.